Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Financial Freedom webinar with gold, Bitcoin, and esports. My name is Craig Geswindt, and I'll be presenting to everybody today. So I just want to welcome you and say thank you for joining me today. I see we have over 86 people registered for this webinar, and that's amazing. And so thank you so much again for taking the time out to come and see the webinar and listen to me and what I have to say. And I promise that you will definitely be changed. Your life will not be the same after today, and you probably won't be able to sleep. But we can help you with that as well. So just want to say thank you. I see we have quite a few people still coming onto the webinar. We've got Zelda, we've got Stephen, we got Mahmoud. I think hopefully I pronounced that properly. Lungile, Rachel, Alfred, Kwesi, Alfred, Russell, Kaniso. We've got Kimon, we've got Tabo, we've got Tips, we've got Lisa, we've got JB, we've got Liku, we've got Frederick, David, Louis, and I see some guys have dropped off, so maybe they'll come back on. So guys, just let me know if you can hear me. There is a chat window where you can type, you can ask questions. If you can't hear me, let me know. I'm going to start now. Right now, I'm going to start going through the webinar. So if you can't hear me, let me know. Just maybe restart your webinar. Normally what works is you log out and you log back in. Okay. So Lisa says she can hear. Great stuff, Lisa. Steve, all good. Thanks, Steve. Russell, hi guys, loud and clear. Okay, awesome. So guys, again, thank you so much. I'm going to try and go as fast as possible because I know that people have got things to do, and I'm going to try to keep your attention. I'm sure I will. Zelda says good. Thanks for that, Zelda. And then guys, you can ask questions in between the slides. So feel free to pop in some questions. I'll go back and forth and just check for questions. If the questions are going to be answered during the course of the webinar, I will just let you know. And otherwise, I will stop and answer your question. So let me get started. Layla says loud and clear. Welcome, Layla. Who else have we got here? We've got some more people coming on board. We've got Frederick, we've got David, we've got Louis or Luis. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Is it Louis or Louise? Louis. So a lot of people still coming on board. So welcome, guys. I think this is going to be probably the biggest webinar I've done so far. I started doing these webinars at my office in Sandton, but then I've realized how powerful webinars are. I'm able to do these webinars now from the comfort of my home, and you're also able to listen to it from the comfort of your home. And of course, you don't have to travel across different suburbs just to come over to listen to the presentation. And of course, even more so, we have some people from London, and I see people from Nigeria here as well, and different parts of the world. So welcome. Maybe just type in the chat room where you're from. It'd be great to know if you're from another part of the world, like the UK or Nigeria. Okay, so again, guys, my name is Craig Geswindt. I am originally from a town called East London, South Africa. I now reside in Johannesburg. My background is IT and electronic engineering, so I've been involved in IT for a number of years. But ever since I've discovered cryptocurrency, I've been involved in it. I've been self-employed now, and basically I earn a passive income from Bitcoin, and I teach people. I travel the world. I've been overseas quite a number of times last year and this year, and I talk about Bitcoin, blockchain, mining, and how to help how people across the world, anywhere you are, can generate wealth with cryptocurrencies and some of the other things I'm going to talk to you guys about today. Okay, great. So let's get started. I want to start off with this slide by John McAfee. He says the rise of cryptocurrency will be the largest wealth transfer in modern history. If you guys don't know who John McAfee is, he's the founder of the infamous antivirus software called McAfee. We've probably all used it at some point in our lives. If you ever had a laptop or a computer you've probably heard of McAfee, and I can tell you that this is definitely the largest wealth transfer, and it's taken everybody by surprise. I remember a couple of years ago when people were talking about this wealth transfer. There's this ongoing about this wealth transfer, and everybody was thinking that it was gold, right? That gold was going to be this thing that was going to transfer the wealth of the world, or out of the hands of the few into the hands of the many. And a lot of people are shocked to find out that it's actually something called Bitcoin, and cryptocurrencies is actually initiated and propelling and accelerating this transfer of wealth from the hands of the few to the hands of the many. Okay, and modern slaves are not in chains; they are in debt. I'm sure that some of you guys are, some of you are on here because you are in debt, or maybe somehow or sometime during your life or during your lifetime you've experienced debt, and maybe you're in debt today, and I'm going to show you a very powerful way for you to get out of debt with some of the solutions that we have to offer. So Bitcoin is an amazing invention, and it's powered by an even more powerful invention called the blockchain. But I'm not going to get into all the technical details. I might touch on it every now here and there. But we are to discuss how these technologies can be available to the average man and woman. Right? Not everybody is a rocket scientist. Not everybody can go into a computer and start writing amazing code. So this is not what this is about. This is how the average man and woman can start generating wealth and getting out of debt, getting out of the chains that bind a lot of people today. A lot of people are in the rat race. They're struggling. They always have more month than money at the end of the day. And so this webinar is gonna show you how you can get out of that. And even if you're not in debt, maybe you're just looking for better way to invest your money. Maybe you realize that some of the solutions available from traditional institutions like the banks and some of these financial institutions are not really what they say they are, and you're looking for a safer way to invest your money. All right, so we're going to touch on that. So before we get into the details, I like this quote, and I like it so much that I actually made it part of the presentation, and it's by Max Kaiser. And if you guys are in the Bitcoin, you've been in the Bitcoin world for a while, you probably know who he is. So he says, skepticism is always a wise default position to start one's inquiry. But if no knowledge is being acquired, skepticism quickly morphs into stubborn ignorance. And I think it's a very powerful, very truthful statement. It's okay to be skeptic. Being skeptic should always be or being skeptical should always be your default position. And that's where you used to start your inquiry, right? But I mean, if you're just being skeptical for the sake of it, or because your friends are skeptical, or I don't know, your peers are skeptical, then that unfortunately morphs into stubborn ignorance. And there's a lot of bright people out there, or educated people that have made complete fools of themselves. One of them a couple of years ago said that email was just a fad, and they also said that the internet was just a fad. Well, look where we are now, and some of these same educated people are saying the same thing about Bitcoin and blockchain, which is quite astonishing. But yeah, it's okay to be skeptical, but let's move on and educate ourselves and move away from skepticism and see if this is truly the real deal. Okay. So what I hope for you guys to get out of this webinar today, before I just touch on some of these objectives, let me just go back and see if there's any questions in the group. So one second, just save anything. Okay, great. So Zelda's from Krugersdorp, Gauteng. Welcome Zelda from Krugersdorp. And no questions yet. Okay, brilliant. Let's get back to the presentation. So guys, what are you going to learn today? Okay, I'm going to show you how you can earn and a totally hands-free passive income opportunity with mining cryptocurrencies. So I'll show you how to earn gold, dollars, euros. I forgot to put euros there, Bitcoin and altcoins. how you can get paid out daily in Bitcoin, gold, altcoins, dollars, and euros, of course, and generate cash flow and wealth and start creating wealth for yourself. Then protecting yourself and your family through gold, Bitcoin, and altcoins, and to be part of this transfer of wealth that I mentioned earlier on, that by John McAfee, who was speaking about the transfer of wealth, how you can participate, right? I mean, people are wondering how there is a transfer of wealth happening. How does an average person in the street, an average person, participate in this phenomenon that's currently occurring? Gold is a timeless and always in fashion product, and we show you how to get hold of gold, how to get hold of it in small quantities, in big quantities, and also participate in that. Learn how to swap different asset classes. So from paper money, which I'm going to show you, is losing its value and every single day, and how you can change that asset class not only for gold but for Bitcoin and other altcoins that will preserve that value, and not only preserve it but grow it on a daily basis. So learn how to open your wallet, your Bitcoin wallet, in seconds and start participating in the new economy. So again, some of you guys might be familiar with Bitcoin. You might have wallets already, but I'm sure there's quite a few people that don't know how to do it, and I can assure you that it's even easier than opening up a PayPal account. So if you open up a PayPal account, opening up a Bitcoin wallet is just as easy. There's so many companies now offering Bitcoin wallets, and we'll look at the different wallets that you can open for yourself, and even you can do it even right away today and do it yourself. It's that easy. So learn how to send money instantly to friends and family at any time, anywhere in the world. So I'm sure perhaps you've tried to send money to different parts of the world, maybe to pay for goods or to family members or to friends, and um, I'm sure you'll agree, especially if you're in South Africa, it's almost impossible. If somebody was in dire need right now, for you to send them R1,000 or $1,000 or whatever the case may be, it would be almost impossible to send it like at this time of the evening, and of course for them to get it right away. So we'll show you how to do that. Break free from the time for money trap once and for all. Basically what I show you there is, you don't have to keep exchanging your time for money. You can actually make your money work for you, and have more time to do the things that you really want to do with your time. So protect and grow your income rapidly, run your own business, and be your own boss in the billion-dollar cryptocurrency industry and the billion-dollar esports gaming industry. Just quickly touch on where I said billion-dollar cryptocurrency. Just in the beginning of this year, January, Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency total market capitalization was not even near, was just close to $20 billion. Right now, in a space of less than 8 months, it is over $120 billion, if not more. Every time I look, the market capitalization just gets bigger and bigger. And then I'll show you a set it and forget it wealth creation strategy where you are paid out in Bitcoin daily. Okay, so all right. Let me just see if there's any questions here. No questions. All right, great. And then so let me just get past the slide. And then I just want to reiterate, guys, that there's no technical knowledge or qualifications required. A lot of people fear Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. They hear the word cryptocurrency and they think it's something that they can't do. It's just the engine under the hood. It's kind of like driving a car, right? You don't need to know what the pistons are doing and what the carburetor is doing. You just know that it's in there and it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right, so there's no need for you to have a degree in rocket science, okay? There's grannies and grandpas that are using Bitcoin all over the world, and if they can do it, with all due respect, you can do it too. All right, so show you how to run this business if you want to run it as a business, or if you just want to do it as a passive income. Let me just say to you, all business is going online. All right, if you're thinking about running a brick and mortar business, or you're looking for an opportunity where it's a brick and mortar operation, I would strongly ask you to reconsider. The world has changed. Okay, everything is going online, so I would strongly advise you to start looking at businesses online, especially businesses that are fueling and powering the new economy. And what the new economy is going to be powered on is new money. What is new money? New money is Bitcoin. New money is Ethereum. New money are the Zcashes and expanses of the world, okay? Because quite frankly, the banking systems of this world are dinosaurs. They cannot support the type of e-commerce that we are fast approaching. The autonomous cars that are coming into our world, and all the AI that's happening. Machines need to pay machines. All right, machines are going to be paying machines. Machines are starting to do the work for us. So a lot of people, again, with all due respect, are stuck in the 80s, in the 90s. They're stuck in that mentality where they've got to go to work. They've got to exchange their time for money. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2017. Okay, software does the work for us. Machines do the work for us, and they can pay us so that we can free up more of our time. More and more people are looking for time freedom. More and more people are looking for ways to redeem the time and to spend more time with their families and spend more time working on their dreams. Okay, so we'll show you how to be debt free, time freedom, more time with your family, travel the world. As I said, I've traveled more in my life than I've ever traveled when I was working, and believe me, I was getting a top salary. You can find me on LinkedIn. I've worked for some of the biggest companies in the world, and I used to be paid a lot of money. But the thing is, I didn't have time. I had no time freedom. I was constantly under pressure to deliver on projects that were always late and always needed to be delivered the next day. So it was always pressure, pressure, pressure. But the money was there. But being able to enjoy the money and enjoy the life was not there. And I'm sure, and I hope that there's a lot of people on this webinar that maybe feel the same, right? Maybe you are earning a lot of money, but you just don't have the time to spend it. There's places that you want to go, there's things that you want to do, but you just can't do it, right? Because you're stuck in the rat race, exchanging your time for money. Again, there's different reasons why everybody's here, and I hope to be able to talk to all of those reasons today. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so we are the sum total of all our decisions. All right, and that's just the truth, right? Wherever you are today in your life, it's because of the decisions that you've made. Whether it be the partner you've chosen, whether it be the place that you've chosen to stay, most of the decisions that you've made, well, all of them, you are what you are today. You are where you are because of the decisions that you've made. Okay, so maybe because of bad information, that you've been received, or influences. But today I hope to share with you quality information so that you can make a quality decision. And of course, quality decisions equals a quality life, equals a comfortable life. So the question is, who in here today does not want a comfortable life? I'm sure that everybody that's on this webinar today wants to live a comfortable life. All right, a life without worry, and a life where they have enough money to take care of their needs, take care of their families, and of course, live some of the dreams that you have. Maybe you want to travel the world, meet new people, those kind of things. It's really great to travel, I must tell you. And I'm really starting to love this new lifestyle that I'm living, and I hope to share, how I done it, and show you how you can participate in this amazing new revolution that's sweeping over the earth. So the next couple of slides, I'm just going to talk about what is Bitcoin, why get Bitcoin, and then how do you get Bitcoin, and of course jump straight into the opportunity. Now, again, the guys that already know what Bitcoin is and all of that, just bear with me. I promise I will not belabor the next few slides. I'm just going to get into it just for the sake of those who do not know what Bitcoin is and how to get it, and then I'll jump straight into the opportunity of how you can, participate in some of the money-making, wealth creation solutions that we have available for the everyday person. Okay. So here we go. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin was invented in 2009 by an anonymous person called Satoshi Nakamoto. It's based on powerful mathematics called cryptography. Cryptography has been around for years, and so the Bitcoin is backed by the blockchain, which is backed by basically mathematics. Okay, so the first Bitcoin was mined in 2009, and the reward that the miners got back then were 50 Bitcoins per block that was mined, and we'll get into what a block is and how the transactions work, and how we as the miners, or what we call miners, are the new bankers of the new economy in our brave new world. Okay, so Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. It's often referred to as digital gold and as a definitive value. Okay, so just to jump the gun a little bit, the price of one Bitcoin back in 2011 was a whopping $10. Can you believe that? All right. For those of you that don't know, the price of one Bitcoin right now is, let me just double check that because it just keeps changing. It's for, according to xe.com, the current price of Bitcoin is $4,060. I'm going to say that again. It's one Bitcoin is $4,060. If you are in the UK, that's 3,155 pounds. If you are in Europe, that is 3,500 euros. And of course, if you are in South Africa, that is 55,000 Rand. Now, it's hit an all-time high of $4,400. That's way above 60,000 Rand. And the prediction is that the latest prediction is $7,500. So the last prediction was $5,000 before the end of this year. But because of the mass adoption, I mean, Japan pushed the price right over $4,000 because of the insane adoption that's happening over in Japan and of course Asia. And that's what's happening, guys. The value is dictated by supply and demand, much like coastal property and gold. So let me just explain what that means. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins ever created. Okay, right now, I need to check my, but I think it's between 16 or 17 million, and of course that's what drives up the price. Okay, because there's only a limited supply, and of course the demand is becoming more and more each and every day. And so in case you're also wondering, if we'll hit that 21 million anytime soon, according to the mathematics, we will only hit 21 million in the year 2140. Okay, so currently, right now, 12.5 Bitcoin are released every 10 minutes into the Bitcoin economy, and that changes every 4 years. So the last halving was last year, June, I believe. I think it was June sometime, 2016, where at that point in time we were receiving as miners 25 Bitcoins per block, and every 4 years it halves. So the next halving will be 2020, but be assured that by 2020, some of the people are saying $100,000. The last prediction I heard by one of the top experts from Microsoft was that February 2018, that's next year, we will see an all-time high of just over $13,000 for one Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin, as is based on is backed by the blockchain. Blockchain is a distributed ledger. And of course, these are the type of guys that are invested in Bitcoin, in the blockchain. Richard Branson, of course, accepts Bitcoin on his for his to pay for flights on Virgin Atlantic. He's actually accepting Bitcoin for his space station. And I listened to him speak last year in Vegas, and he was he's got that space station in the desert. It's the Mojave Desert, I think. Yeah. So he's accepting Bitcoin for, and I think the tickets are $250,000 per ticket to get a ticket on his Virgin Galactica. So there you go, guys. Only $250,000, and you can get yourself a seat on Virgin Galactica. And then of course Bill Gates. If you go onto YouTube, you'll hear what Bill Gates has to say about Bitcoin. And in short, Bill says Bitcoin is the future of money. All right, so there's plenty of people. Elon Musk. In fact, all of the investment funds now have been warning their investors to take a serious look at Bitcoin. Goldman Sachs, the Switzerland fund managers all around the world, Bitcoin is now being taken extremely seriously as a very, very serious investment. All right. So let's explain Bitcoin. Okay, guys, let me just get back to see if there's any questions. I'm gonna start getting into the nuts and bolts now. So, guys, any questions? Any questions? Okay, we see some more people coming on board. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. There's some more people coming on board. Munir, we got Willem. Is it Willem? Revelation, Reineke, Dixon, Lungile, Tannen, Oberking, Andre, Josiah, Cabello, Christine, Tips, Lisa, JB. Welcome, welcome, guys. We just, I hope you guys didn't miss too much of the beginning. Anyway, let's continue. So Bitcoin has been growing in value. In 2015, the value of Bitcoin was around plus minus $450. All right. In 2017, Bitcoin was around 2,500. And of course, now Bitcoin is over 4,000, right? And 2 weeks ago, I was in Paris, I was in London, I was in Norway. When is it? Was it last week? Just not last week, the week before. Because I actually bought land in Norway with Bitcoin. So I'm gonna go check out my land there, and see the guys that are building the cabins over there. So before that, there was before the 1st of August, which was the fork, and that's how we've got Bitcoin Cash now. And there was a lot of skepticism about Bitcoin. And of course, the skeptics came out of the woodwork again, calling Bitcoin a fad once again. And of course, we saw Bitcoin drop down to an all-time low, not an all-time low, but to a low of 1,700. But it always does it, right? I mean, if you've been in Bitcoin as long as I have, and as long as some of the guys that have been in this industry, you know that every time there's a decision being made about scaling the technology and improving on the transaction fees or whatever the case may be, the new people in Bitcoin get a little bit scared, and of course the media always adds fuel to that fire, and then people start getting scared and they start selling their Bitcoin, right? Which is a normal thing to do, especially if you're new, and that's what happened. And of course, after the 1st of August, when they activated Segwit, and they made the transactions faster and the fees lower. Bitcoin went up again like it usually does, up to an all-time high of $4,000 and above. And you can see the trend over here. I mean, it's the same trend that happens all the time. I can tell you it's going to happen again. And when it happens again, all that's going to happen is, yes, there will be a few people selling it and it will dip a little bit, but then you'll see it rise up again. And the next high we're going to see is 7,500 or $10,000. So is it too late to get into Bitcoin? No, it's far from too late to get into Bitcoin. All right, so again, this was last week, guys. I put this, I swear, go to my replay. This was the price of exactly this time last week, Tuesday. This was the price of Bitcoin, right? $3,400. It is now $4,000 and an all-time high this week of $4,400. Okay, so it's insane, absolutely crazy. Okay, so let's just see now. All right, so we got Felicity in here. Welcome, Felicity. All right, let me just move to the next slide. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. Just having a. Just trying to move to the next slide. Yeah, sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, guys. So quickly, I just want to explain to you this diagram, and it just talk to you about inflation and deflation and how Bitcoin how Bitcoin protects you from inflation, right? So whether it be a $20 or a 200 Rand note or whatever currency we're looking at, okay, All of our currencies worldwide are affected by inflation, and hence you are affected by inflation, right? Because this money is printed, it's not backed by anything. It's simply backed by the government, who are in cahoots with the banks, and vice versa. And of course, it's your belief that this note or these notes that they print uh, actually has value, all right? But you can see from this diagram that your dollar or your rand or your euro or your pound loses value over the years, right? So in 1998, a $20 bill or 200 bucks could buy you so much. And in 2005, the same note could buy you less. And of course, the same note in 2013, only 3 items in your trolley. Whereas Bitcoin is a appreciating currency, as I showed you guys in the previous slides, and as you can see from this diagram, um, it increases in value as the years go by. And of course, as we can see right now, it's not even years that causes Bitcoin to increase. It's now a matter of days. You can change your fiat to Bitcoin tonight, and tomorrow you'll have more money. It's absolutely insane. All right. So again, people ask, well, what is Bitcoin backed by? Well, my question to them is, what is your money backed by? It's not backed by anything. Bitcoin is backed by mathematics. All right. Bitcoin is backed by the most powerful mathematics on the planet. All right. Bill Gates tried to hack the blockchain. He put all of his best programmers to try to disprove the blockchain and to find some type of weakness in it, and he could not. Okay, the blockchain is so powerful, and based on such powerful cryptography that hackers, the best hackers in the world, white and black hackers in the world, store their money on the blockchain. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to say about is with the banks. If you took, for example, let's say you took $10,000 or 100,000 rand and you put it into the bank, I'm sure you'll agree with me that the best most banks could do for you is probably 5% per year. I've heard 4%, I've heard 6%, but let's just work on 5%. Okay, so 5% per year. That means on a $10,000 savings account, you would get back $500 a year. But by that time, inflation would have caught up with you, right? I mean, inflation would have caught up with you, and you would have basically made nothing. You would have actually gone into a negative balance. In South Africa, they say the inflation rate is 7%. Well, who knows, right? If it is 7%, it looks more like 12%. All right, so banks offering you 5%, so you've got an inflation of 12% per year. So why are you even putting your money in the bank? It's losing value as you speak. As it is in the bank, when you wake up tomorrow, you'll be able to buy less with whatever you have in the bank. All right, cool. Example of a 1994 receipt that somebody sent, and I saved it. But it's quite interesting to me to see, just to kind of back up what I was saying there before. You can see that this receipt came up to a total of 150. But if you look at the items on this receipt, and you go into the stores today, these same items would probably cost over 1,000 rand for the same items. Bitcoin is still to boom. Bitcoin is still in the earliest phases of industry development. The first years of Bitcoin were about building the infrastructure, and Bitcoin entrepreneurs were busy setting up the most basic but fundamental aspect in wallets and mining services. Today, Bitcoin is just starting to enter the investment phase, where hedge funds and other financial firms are starting to invest money and in technology. And that's Nicholas Carey, the CEO of blockchain.info. Just about a day or so ago, or 2 days ago, there was headlines that Microsoft, and Microsoft's part of the Ethereum Alliance, and Ethereum is the second biggest cryptocurrency in the world right now. Microsoft had invested $560 billion into Ethereum and Ethereum-based projects. So I'm sure you'll agree with me that these are serious times we are living in, and it's time to take these currencies extremely seriously. So where are we in the adoption of these currencies? We are roundabout here. All right. So as I said, there's still enough time. A lot of people, they hear that Bitcoin was $400 just 2 years ago, and now it's $4,000, and it's too late for them. It's far from too late. It's only too late if you do nothing. Okay. So Bitcoin is owned by no government. It's owned by no single corporation or bank. It's 100% decentralized. It's user controlled and verified, and there are no third parties. Okay. So nobody can go on and arrest any founder of Bitcoin. Is not owned by any government. It's not owned by any president. No country owns it. Bitcoin is known as the people's money, and Bitcoin is basically taking back the power from corrupt politicians, from deceitful banks, and putting it back into the hands of the people, so that they no longer control the money of the world, and the money is now controlled by the people. It's peer-to-peer, and it's what the people want. So there are three ways to get Bitcoins. You can buy Bitcoin, that's a long-term strategy. You can buy and hold. You can trade Bitcoin, which is a high-risk strategy, and you can buy low and sell high. And you can mine Bitcoin, which is a sustainable strategy, and it's a set it and forget it strategy. So from now onwards, we're going to be focusing on number 3, which is how we're mining Bitcoin. And again, it's a set it and forget it strategy. There's nothing for you to do. You simply purchase equipment with us, and this equipment then generates Bitcoin for you on a daily basis. And I will get into how that actually happens, and I'll explain it in detail. Okay, so you can buy Bitcoin as well, and of course you can trade it. I mean, I've done all 3 of them, and I still do all 3 of them. But just to give you a bit of perspective here, when you buy Bitcoin, that's fine, and you can hold it. But again, you want your money to work for you. If you just buy Bitcoin and you just leave it there, it will grow, but it's not really working for you, if you know what I mean. Because all of us have what I call rainy days, right? Where you suddenly need some money and some cash flow, and then you sell your Bitcoin to get that cash flow, or that sudden burst of money that you need, and then of course you have no Bitcoin anymore. And by the time that you want to be able to buy Bitcoin again, the barrier of entry has increased. Okay, so I just want to point out that about number 1. Number 2 is you're able to trade Bitcoin, but again, that's a 24/7 job. It's not automatic. It's not passive. You need some skills. You need more than just some skills. You need experience. And of course, you also need a large amount of capital to be able to make some of the margins in trading Bitcoin, and of course, other cryptocurrencies. So the best solution for the everyday person is mining. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to talk about a company called participate in the Bitcoin technology to be able to mine Bitcoin and earn Bitcoin on a daily basis, and of course grow your income, protect your income, and of course at some point have your money working for you to such a point that it matches your salary and overtakes your salary or your 9 to 5. Okay, so who are the main people involved in this business? Of course, the founder of the business is David Martin. That's him on the left. And before he started this company in 2008, so this company is 9 years old. He was a banking security software specialist in the UK, and that's how he made his millions. And in 2008, he started this company. The chief executive officer of Lifestyle Galaxy is Ken Brough, and he's the ex-vice president, or his previous positions were ex-vice president of Tony Robbins' businesses, and he led 2 companies to the Fortune 500. So just a little bit about the company and the vision. Our vision is to be a €1 billion company in record time. We are, again, founded by David Martin in 2008, debt-free, privately funded. We offer wholesale Galaxy mining contracts as well as retail mining contracts, and we offer a wide diversity of products. Okay, so Galaxy Mine is the only multi-mining platform in the world that allows you to mine both Bitcoins and altcoins from the same mining platform. The altcoins that I'm referring to are Ethereum, Zcash, and Expanse, and we will soon be adding Litecoin and Dash. and we've just established one of our new ecopods as well, the new mining facilities, what they call an ecopod. And I'll get more into that as we go along. So Galaxy Mine is the most secure and most trusted real mining operation in the world, and we'll show you that as well. And we also offer the best commercial mining products with a proven growth strategy, industry-leading education, and it's one of the fastest growing mining communities in the world. Okay, so let's just talk about the trust and security and the sustainability and the profitability of the company. We have partnered with the best and most reputable professionals in the industry. Okay, we've partnered with Slush. Slush has been mining since 2011, and we co-inhabit their facilities with our real mining equipment in their facilities, and we now also have our own ecopods where we are moving a lot of the equipment now into those ecopods, and we have the largest mine in Northern America. We've been mining since 2011, and of course we've installed your hardware and our hardware, and of course if you decide to join us, your hardware will be installed in their mine to create a turnkey real-time mining opportunity. And I'm going to show you guys what we mean by real-time. What I mean by turnkey real mining operation in the next couple of slides. Okay, so that's some of the guys. These are ordinary people just like you that are on this webinar. Some of them were on a similar webinar, and now this is them in the mine in Seattle, Washington. So you can see at the back there. So most of these guys are from South Africa. Well, all of them actually, and I know them all personally, and I've traveled with them, and we'll be traveling with them again as we go and visit the mine again and our new facilities. But you can see in the background there, and of course I'll show you guys where you can see the videos, live videos of us in the mine. So you can see some of the ant miners at the back there, and the GPU miners that are mining the altcoins. And these machines, as I said to you earlier, guys, it's 2017, and in 2017, machines and software do the work for us. They pay us, all right? So we don't have to jump into our cars every morning now anymore and drive off to work and slave away and come back. All right, these things do the work for you in our new wonderful digital age. All right, so that's mine, and then this is Tony DeGaveo here. He's our global director of marketing. Money will always flow to the safe haven, to what is trusted. Okay. So that's what an ant miner looks like. So this is a dedicated machine, and what I mean by dedicated is that all it does is it mines Bitcoin. It doesn't do anything else, right? So let me contrast that with another example. Your laptop is not a dedicated machine. Your laptop can do many things, right? You can load many programs and run many things on your laptop. This is a dedicated machine. All it does all day, 24/7, is produce Bitcoin. And this is what you'll be investing in if you invest with us, right? So you'll be mining Bitcoin, and as I said, one Bitcoin right now is $4,000, and all this thing does all day long, 24/7, is mine that Bitcoin for you, all right? So you can live and do what you want to do with your life, all right? Just like I'm doing, all right? So these machines are extremely powerful. I mean, there's nothing like these machines on the planet. Trust me, they are extremely. That's insane computing power that you're looking at right there. All right. So, what are the biggest risks of joining a cloud mine? So let me just quickly differentiate between a cloud mine and what we are, and we are a distant location mine. Okay. So in a cloud mine, first and foremost, you don't own the equipment. The equipment belongs to whoever owns that mine. Okay, and of course, most of these cloud mines, you can only get a contract for 1 year, lasts for a year, and hopefully you are profitable when you mine with them, right? Their aim is to make money. Their aim is not to educate you. Their aim is not to I mean, they're a company and their aim is to make money. That's what I'm trying to say. So what are the risks of mining with a cloud mine? Well, first of all, there's a security risk. Okay, somebody can, a hacker can hack into the mine and they can steal all the Bitcoin, and then the mine has to close down, and of course everybody that's mined with them is out of pocket. You don't know who the owners are. Most of these cloud mines, you don't know who the owners are. They're too small, and I'll show you a picture of the different mining pools around the world. And of course, the unscrupulous companies, and we've all heard the horror stories where you've invested some money and you've on a website, and then a couple of weeks later or months later, you try to go onto the website, and the website has disappeared. Okay. So what's the other solution? You can mine at home, right? You can purchase equipment, and there are companies in South Africa that sell equipment to people. But again, it's not a passive income. Then you've got to pay your school fees first of all for setting these things up. Most of these machines require three-phase electricity. So unless you're staying on a farm somewhere where there is three-phase, or you're in some type of business zoned off area where there is three-phase, you're going to have to convert all your single phase to three-phase. Okay. These machines run very hot, very, very hot, and they are extremely noisy. So you definitely can't put it in your bedroom, otherwise you're not going to have any sleep. You're not going to get any sleep. So just be aware that you can mine at home if you like, but it's not advisable for those reasons and for many other reasons as well. Okay. All right. Let me just get back in to see if there's any questions. All right. So thank you. All right. Mahmoud says, buy and leave it. What percentage does it grow? I'm going to get to that, Mahmoud, but thanks for your question. All right. Let's get back here. So let me talk about our solution at Galaxy Mining. Let's take a sip of water there, guys. Sorry, guys. My computer is just hanging on that slide there a little bit. Just let me just try and sort that out. Okay, so we have what we call two strategies, but before I get into this one, which is strategy 2, I just want to talk to how you can start mining with us basically immediately. We have retail mining contracts available, so you can see that our mining contracts start from as little as $25, so you can try it out. We have the Galaxy multi-mining as well, and this is where I was speaking to you in the previous slide about with these contracts, you're able to mine Ethereum, Expanse, and Zcash. We're the only mine that enables you to mine all three with one contract, or you have the choice to point your mining power to one of those coins, or two of the coins, or all three of those coins. So you can see that the contracts start from $25 right up to $500 and any multiples of that. So you can start off with $25, and then you can decide that that you're happy with the performance, and this really does work. And then of course you can boost it up ad hoc, once off, just once off payment, and you get paid out every single day, daily payouts in Bitcoin. Now, we do have bigger contracts available, which I'm going to talk to in the next few slides, but I just wanted to speak to this slide and show you what's available if you just wanted to mine and you wanted to start off small. Okay. So is there any questions on that before I move on to the bigger contracts and the business opportunity? Because now we're getting into the opportunity, guys, and this is where you need to start paying attention. Okay. So Russell says, if you have a 2,500 mining contract, what is the growth? Russell, okay, I'm going to answer that question in a minute. Let me just get through this one slide here quickly, and I'll answer that question. Okay. Fee of $600. Okay. Then you're able to access the bigger contracts from $500 right up to $10,000. And again, you can purchase multiples of these contracts. So you can go, all right, I want to start off with a $5,000, and then next month you want to purchase a $10,000, or you just want to do what some of our investors have done, and they purchase $100,000 contracts, and that's 10 times $10,000 contracts. We will be offering $50,000, $100,000 contracts soon, just for convenience sake. Okay. So remember I spoke to you guys earlier about a turnkey solution, right? So you get the machine, everything is plugged in for you, everything is optimized. We have monitoring software, monitoring equipment. We know immediately when that equipment dips, and or the power dips, or there's some issue. We have some of the best technicians looking after your equipment, my equipment, our equipment. Those machines are changed or replaced immediately without any cost to you. Okay. If you're mining on your own, you can imagine what type of cost that's going to be every time the machine dips, or you need to replace parts. Okay, so here's the turnkey solution. You get access to a dashboard that looks like this. So I just want to show you something. This is a screen dump from the 17th of March to the 17th of January, and that is a time frame of 10 months and growth of 248% in 10 months. Okay, so there you go, Russell. I hope that answers your question. And in that 10 months, his asset has appreciated by almost 3 Bitcoins, and he's able to withdraw 0.4 Bitcoins. Now, this is a strategy that you're able to control by your settings. So when you click on settings, you can change all of this. So you can change your repurchase. So you can say, look, I don't want to repurchase that much of mining power. I want to purchase a bit less and take out more. Okay, so you can see that over a period of 10 months, he initially started with this amount of mining power. So what this means is gigahash per second, and that denotes the mining power that he has. And you can see that within this period of 10 months, he has appreciated that mining power. In other words, his asset, because anything that produces money is an asset, right? So he's appreciated his asset by more than double, and at the same time, he is able to withdraw, or he's accumulated 0.4 Bitcoin. So in total, his total return on investment is just over 3 Bitcoin. All right. Okay. So this is the picture. It's available on the internet, so you're welcome to look at it. This is a picture of some of the most prominent mining pools in the world. All right. So we are over here. All right. This is us over there, and this is us over here. Okay. These are the biggest mining pools in the world. So this is all in China. This is Ant Pool. They own Bitmain, and Bitmain is the largest manufacturer of ant miners, and those are the machines that make the Bitcoin. And just quickly, maybe I forgot to touch on it, but basically what a miner are those machines. And then of course, if you own a machine like that, then you are also called a miner. Doesn't mean that you're sitting there solving mathematical problems. It just means that you own a machine that's called a miner, or an ant miner, to be 100% correct. And then so you also call a miner. But what I wanted to say on the slide is that so these are the biggest pools in the world, and they're all in China. Our goal as Galaxy Mine is to be the 3rd biggest mine in the world by 2020. So you can see we are fast approaching that goal. Okay, obviously when you own a bigger part of this pie, all right, it's almost like a roulette wheel. I'm sure you'll agree with me that the bigger, if you had to roll a ball in here, the chances of it falling on here or here is far greater than it falling over there, right? So these are the Mickey Mouse pools. Sorry, I wouldn't say Mickey Mouse, but they're the smaller pools that I was referring to earlier on, which have a good chance of closing down because as it becomes more difficult to mine Bitcoin, you require more and more computing power, right? And so that's why we believe our growth strategy is one of the most powerful in the world. And I'll speak to our strategy in the next couple of slides, how we intend to actually get to these positions, right? But being in this position and in this position is not bad at all. It's not bad going at all. All right, so still a very big piece of that Bitcoin pie. Okay, so Galaxy Mine's goal is to be one of the biggest 3 mines on the blockchain by 2020. So two definitive clear strategies to achieve this. The repurchase compounding strategy, which I'm going to explain to you guys shortly. So a minimum of 35% of all Bitcoin mined a day is used to repurchase Gigahash. So every day our mining capacity grows automatically. So you can imagine right now we have thousands of people that have got mining equipment in our mine. So not only are they repurchasing at 35%, as I explained to you guys early on, you have a settings button over here, so you can change this repurchase. So you can actually repurchase more than 35%, but the default minimum is 35%. So that ensures that we have got a constant and a sure growth strategy and growth path to achieve our goal. I'm sure you'll agree too that. And if some of you guys have been in businesses, or maybe you strategists or you business developers, any business must have a growth strategy. I don't care what business you're in, whether if it's cryptocurrency or a restaurant or some shop on the side of the road. If you're not putting if you're not putting a percentage of the profits that you make every month or every day back into your business will not grow. It's just as simple as that. Okay, so that's what this growth strategy and that's all it means. So as the capacity of every individual's mining grows, so too the mine itself, because of all these people now that are all mining at a minimum of 35%. Of course, some of them are repurchasing or compounding at a greater amount. We are we are slowly moving towards our vision of being one of the third biggest mines in the world. Okay. So how do you spend your Bitcoin? All right. So you spend your Bitcoin with guys? Just let me know if you can back hear me again, please. Hi guys, can you just reconnect? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Okay, you guys, sorry guys, I'm back again. So we just continue. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for confirming that you can hear me. Okay, so um, guys, I don't know where I missed you, but that's the turnkey solution. As I was showing you guys, did you guys hear that this part, and did you see the slide, or do I need to go over it again? Just let me know. Okay, Byron, please reconnect. I can see Lisa says you're back. Byron, please reconnect. Stephen, just try again. Skulk says he can hear me. Felicity, Tips, Willem, Stephen. All right, awesome. Guys, have you seen the screen, or do I need to go over the screen again? Please confirm, so I don't have to repeat too many things. Okay, great, Byron. So guys, again, apologies for that. Okay, so as I was explaining on the previous slide, the growth over 10 months, 248%. Okay, so you guys have seen this. All right, cool. So let me just move on. Move on. So again, that's the repurchase strategy of 35%. You can change that to any amount above 35%. Okay, that's the Visa card. I'm just going to see if you guys seen the Visa card. This is the Visa card. Zappo is one of the top three providers of bank cards for Bitcoin, and you can go to www.zappo.com and you can open up a free wallet and you can order this card. And the way I advise people to do this is that, okay, they're going to charge you $20 for the card, and then I advise, especially here in South Africa with our postal system, I rather use DHL, and that'll cost you another $50 to get the card. So that's about $70 to get the card. But how I advise people is you buy the contract first, because you don't really need the card if you don't have Bitcoin, right? So you buy the contract first, you mine Bitcoin every day, you move the Bitcoin to purchase the card. And so every day you're getting paid out in Bitcoin, and of course your wealth is growing, and you'll probably ROI in about, depending on your strategy, 3 to 6 months. And of course, it also the price of Bitcoin also helps to accelerate that. Not the price, but the appreciating nature of Bitcoin. So let me just see what Willem says here. So Willem asked, is the 248% based on one contract, buy and hold? Surely it also depends on the Bitcoin price. That's right, Willem. There's more than one factor that influences the 248%, and the Bitcoin price is one of those factors without a doubt. So let's say you buy a Bitcoin contract today, and the price of Bitcoin is $4,000, and tomorrow you wake up in the morning and it's $7,500. 100% assuredly, it has contributed to your percentage growth without a doubt. Similarly, if you put your money in the bank and you lose money, which you surely do, that also contributes to your loss. So it works both ways. Okay, so Lifestyle Galaxy is a repurchasing compounding strategy. So if you do nothing today except buy a mining contract, your mining capacity will grow. And not only will your mining capacity grow, but your income will grow. Your wealth will grow. Okay. I've sold contracts as much as $20,000 contracts to people overseas, because there's nothing like it. There's nothing that has this type of growth. there's no safer investment out there than Bitcoin. Well, let me just put it this way: if you think Bitcoin is not safe, then use the banks. I mean, that is an option. But as I said to you, you will be earning a depreciating currency, and the banks cannot offer you the type of growth that this amazing revolution in finance, in money, can offer you right now. So, okay, so let me just go back here and see if there's any more questions. So, guys, please feel free to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So please don't be afraid to ask any questions. There's two strategies to grow our mining capacity. So the one that I explained to you guys is the repurchase compounding strategy, where a minimum of 35% of your profits that are paid out to you every single day is used to repurchase mining equipment. Now let's just say, for example, and this is just for the sake of numbers and for the ease of the mathematics, if you are mining 1 Bitcoin per day, for example, then 35% of that would be used to repurchase mining power. So that appreciates your mining, your asset, and it also ensures that you remain profitable, because the difficulty increases every 2 weeks. Okay, so and then 65% would be available to you to withdraw. Now you can change that. You can go, well, I want to compound or repurchase 50% mining power. You're free to do that. So in your back office, you have full control to change those kind of things. But that's all you need to do, right? There's nothing else for you to do. It's a set it and forget it strategy. So you can set your repurchase once or as many times as you like. But I advise you just to do it once, because you need to appreciate the power of compounding. And if you don't truly understand the fundamental principles of financial compounding, then just there's a couple of really good videos on YouTube that explain it in layman's terms, so you can understand how powerful compounding is and why it's important to set it once and stick to it, not chop and change it all the time. Okay, so the second point is you grow the mining community. So you're looking to include more miners into our mining community. So more miners equals more mining equals more repurchasing equals a bigger mining capacity quicker. Hope you guys get that, right? It's a very powerful strategy that we're employing here, and we are one of the first mines to employ this powerful strategy, which is really just basic principle, financial, and very, very smart financial principles, fundamental actually, if you think about it. It's not rocket science, but we're applying it to age-old financial principles to a newer technology. Okay, so in essence, why would you want to tell your friends about Galaxy Mine? All right, so again, you've got friends and family. I've got friends and family. I want them to do well in life. I want them to be protected. I want to share with them some of my financial wisdom and what I found. So you help them hedge and protect their portfolio out of fiat, and fiat means any government type of currency, like the dollar, the rand, and so on and so forth, and into cryptocurrency, and help them grow the mining pool so we can all benefit. So before I move it, so guys, I've explained to you guys the strategy. The first strategy is where you just want to mine. And depending on your own personal capacity, your own personal budget, you want to start off small. You can start off with a $25, $50, $100, $250, $500, whatever you're comfortable with, but just get started, right? And see if this works, and see that what I'm saying to you is 100% real. Or you can go straight on to get the big wholesale contracts that start from $500 right up to $10,000. Okay, so again, there's a hands-off passive income where you don't have to do anything. And now I'm going to get into, so again, there's nothing for you to do. You spend the money once. You don't take money out of your pocket again, and then this machine starts to generate Bitcoin for you. All right, and there's no monthly cost. There's nothing. All right, so does everybody understand that, right? That's strategy one. Now I'm going to get into strategy two, where you not only have that opportunity, but you now are able to run this as a business. Okay, so before I get into that, let me just go back and see if there's any questions. So will you broadcast this again at a later stage? Louis asks. So Louis, I will send everybody a copy of the webinar. I do apologize for that break in the communications, but all seem to be back now. And then Russell asked, do you repurchase at the original price? Yeah, well, you purchase at the current price. Yes, absolutely. That's the price you purchase at. Okay, so if that's the only reason, as I said, to tell your friends about this, I'm going to get into the business side of things now. Is that you can run this as a business where you get paid a once-off commission for introducing people to the business or selling mining contracts. So you can sell mining contracts, and you can also introduce other people that are interested in running this as a business, and you will earn online residual income from all the miners mining in your mining community. So let me just use myself as an example. I have hundreds of distributors that are distributing and selling contracts around the world. And I also have hundreds and hundreds of people all around the world that are mining with me. And I earn a residual income from all those people. And they earn money as well. They paid once and they earn once. And we all have these machines working for us every single day. Right? So there is an overhead for running this as a business. The overhead is $30 plus $29 for all your marketing tools and your training tools and the complete system that you need to run this business. All right. So again, it's $600 once off. If you are in the UK, it is still $400. So lucky you. And if you're in Nigeria and some of the other countries, it's still $400 once off. Our price increased in South Africa in June from $4 or $5 to $600, and of course, the $59 is applicable to everybody that wants to run this as a business. Okay, I'm going to put things into perspective shortly, but let me just continue and talk about about how the business works. So what happens when you actively grow the mining community? Okay, so you get $150 per person that joins and wants to run this as a business. So the CD points are accumulated in your Lifestyle Galaxy account, and what we mean by CD points is commissionable volume points, and all of these points are convert into dollars, and that's where your residual income comes from. So you earn $50 for every time you cycle on the commissionable volume points, up to 50, and that can be up to $50,000 per week. Okay. For every person that mines with you, whether they are retail miners or wholesale miners, daily, weekly, monthly, you are earning points, and those points convert into dollars. Okay. So not only is your personal mining capacity growing daily, but so does too your mining community. Okay. So you're basically running your own business. You basically are running, the company is allowing you to run this as your own business and as your own mining opportunity, selling mining contracts. And of course, you're earning dollars, Bitcoin, and altcoins, and you're able to boost your contracts and, of course, earn more Bitcoin and altcoins from the dollars that you're earning in the business. Okay, so these are some of the leaders in the business that are part of this company, and of course, there wasn't enough space for my picture, but these are some of the leaders. And of course, Andrew Eaton is on. That's the Andrew Eaton. He brought this company to South Africa in 2000, and I think it was 12. I think somewhere around there. And so we are the only company in this industry whose product literally helps make everyone money from day one and grows the capacity to make more money from day one. Okay, so the minute you buy a contract, you start earning that Bitcoin. This is the example again of the turnkey solution. You can see you got a full back office to manage your business, your accounting, your marketing and sales, your training. We have full back office support for the mine, and we have zero attrition. What does that mean? It means once you are a customer, you're basically a customer for life. Why is that? Because you're earning money every single day. And I've never heard of one person that leaves a company because they're earning money. So these are all the points that accumulate in your back office that then convert into dollars, which is basically your residual income. All right, so it's money from every direction. So the growth, so this is how it works basically. So that was you, and you started this business, and you brought Jack and Jill into the business. You would earn $150 twice, that's $300, and then you would cycle $50. Okay, so you'd get direct commission once off, 150, 150. So four people into your business, that would be $450, and then $50 cycles for each, because for every person that comes into your business, you not only earn the once off 150, but you earn the commissionable volume points, which then convert into those $50 cycles, and also $10 cycles, depending on your status in the company. And then, of course, you could use all of that money to buy Bitcoins and to boost your contracts. Okay, so I don't expect you guys to get this compensation plan in the first presentation. So if those of you guys who want the presentation, I'm willing to send it off to you, and then we can always Skype at some point and I explain it to you more in detail. And of course, as you join the company, it's always better to learn while you earn. Okay, so I would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. So that's a quote by John D. Rockefeller. It's one of my favorite quotes, and I never really understood that quote until I started doing this business. Okay, as long as it's just you and you working and exchanging your time for money, you will never ever be financially free. You will work for the rest of your life, and I say that with all due respect. As I mentioned to you guys, I was a consultant before doing the same thing. Exchanging my time for money, working at companies like Eskom, Standard Bank, and again, with all due respect, I would see a lot of the people in these companies are well over their 60s, well over retirement, because their retirement funds, as I said to you before, because these are depreciating currencies, they are losing value all the time. Anybody that's in their 40s right now, let me just say this to you: you do not have a retirement fund. You may think that you're paying into a retirement fund, but I can tell you right now, the day that you retire, that retirement fund will either have vanished, or it will not be able to support you 20 years from now. Okay, so maybe our fathers and mothers and our granddads and all of them, and granddads and grandmas, they could talk about retirement funds back in the day. But I can tell you right now, the age that we're living in, your best way to prepare for your retirement is in cryptocurrencies. Okay, so what else about this company? Here are the facts. Fact number one: we are not just mining. We are not just a mining company. So if you do want to get involved in the business, we have a variety of products, so a wide diversity of products. Everything from the mining company, which is our flagship product, to the esports, where gamers are able to play on your league, and every time they play a game and the games only last a minute, you earn a percentage of the games that they play when they play. Obviously, they play for money. It's not gambling. It's what they call esports, where it's skill based and it's not based on luck. Okay, so and then we also have Galaxy Growth, Auction Galaxy, which is a pension. Penny auction. We are launching our mobile app. I think we'll be launching it now when we are in Las Vegas. We'll be in Vegas in November. Learning Galaxy, and of course the multi-mining. Okay, so a wide variety of products for you to earn money and run a business from home, and online business. Okay, so here are the facts. We are a dynamic growth strategy. We have a dynamic growth strategy and goal, and we grow the mining community. And the bigger the mining capacity, the bigger the slice of the blockchain Pi. Okay, so we not only mine Bitcoin, as I said, we're mining Ethereum, Expanse, and Zcash, and of course we are adding Litecoin and Dash in a few months' time or a few weeks' time. Richard Branson, if anybody offers you an amazing opportunity but you're not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. Okay, so guys, I'm wrapping up my webinar now, and I'm going to take some questions. But as I throttle down, let me say this to you: the more money you have, the more choices you have. The less money you have, the less choices you have. Okay, so money determines everything in this world. Money solves a lot of problems, whether you like that statement or not, whether you believe that statement or not, that's a fact. Okay, money solves a whole lot of problems. All right, so the more money you have, the more problems you'll have in your life. And I don't believe in that statement that says more money, more problems. No, it's a mindset, right? So if you can't handle money, then all you'll do is you'll take your money and you start creating more problems for yourself. There's a lot of wealthy people that don't have any problems because they have the mindset to handle that money. Okay, so anybody that tells you more money, more problem has got a mindset problem. All right. So let me see if there's any questions. All right. So okay. So Louis says no sound. I don't know what Lisa is on about here. Links. Lisa, please don't post any links here. If you've got any issue with what I'm saying, you can discuss it directly with me. Very confusing. Willem says very confusing. $600 registration, $30 subs, $59 for something else. Okay, let me explain that again, Willem. It's a $600 once off to join the company, right? Let's say you are buying a KFC. A KFC would charge you possibly 5 million around there once off for you to use their infrastructure, to use their brand, and to sell their chicken. All right. Now, over and above that 5 million, you would need operational capital, is what they call it, all right? And that operational capital ensures that you can run that business after you've paid the 5 million. In other words, you need to pay your rent, you need to pay your stock, you need to pay your staff, and a whole bunch of other things. It's called operational capital. And then, of course, from the profit, you would then deduct that, and then you'd have from the revenue, you'd have your profit. Okay, so just putting things in perspective. So let's go back to our model. We are an online company, and to join us, it's a once-off of $600, and then the overhead is $59. The $30, and the $59 is broken down like this: $30 for you to earn your commissionable volume points, which then translate into the $50 cycles, and the $29 per month is for your marketing, your training tools, and the system that you use to build your business. When you have an online business, you need tools, and we provide those tools for you to easily build a business online that is worldwide. Okay. Just to use me as an example, I built my business in South Africa, in Nigeria, in London, in Norway, in Amsterdam. I'm in Switzerland. I'm in Philippines, South America. So the tools are very powerful, and they help you to build your business. So I hope that makes sense with regard to what the $600 is once off and what the $59 is as well per month. That's if you want to run this as a business. If you just want to mine, it's a once off to buy the contracts, and of course there is no further costs for you after that. It's a passive income. All right, so Layla says, what are the tax implications on the profits? So Layla, you are free to declare your profits to the tax man. Bitcoin is regarded in South Africa as an asset. It's not regarded as a currency. And of course, because tax is a personal thing, I would advise you to engage your personal tax consultant. All right, so let me summarize quickly. So strategy one is where you mine only, and you go onto the website and you purchase. Again, guys, if you've been invited to this webinar by somebody, please go back to that person if they're the ones that invited you to this webinar, and get them to help you to get started. Or if you came through this webinar via me or via my Facebook ads or the Meetup ads, then please then speak directly to me. And then Felicity says, is it compulsory to pay the $59? It is not compulsory to pay the $59, but why join the business if you don't want to grow the business? Rather just mine, Felicity. But if you do want to join the business and you do want to grow and you do want to benefit and earn dollars and Bitcoins, just the dollar side, because the Bitcoin is automatic, then it's advisable to pay the 59. There are people that have joined the business just to get access to the bigger wholesale contracts, and they are not growing this as a business, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to pay the 59. 59 is if you want to run this as a business, as I am doing. Okay. And so Lisa says Google, Galaxy Mining, and Ponzi. Lisa, I'm afraid you are very, very confused. I'm sorry that you are confused. But please don't post any of those things on here. If you are not interested in the opportunity, I want to thank you for coming. But we take very, very serious steps against people that, and especially companies that are writing these things. And we've already sent legal letters to Bitcoin Czar for some of their posts on their website. We're a company that has been formed in 2008. We are a legal company and legitimate, and we are a mining company. So I hope that clears up things for you there, Lisa. Felicity says, okay, thanks. You're very welcome, Felicity. Willem says, so do you have to pay the $600 in order to just buy a contract and get mining? No, Willem. Please look at the slide on strategy 1. You don't have to pay the $600 to start mining. You can mine simply by buying a $25 contract. You can start from $25 up to $500. To get access to the bigger contracts or to run this as a business, you can then pay the $600. Okay, so let's just summarize. So strategy 1 is mine only, hands-off passive income, set it and forget it. You can start from as little as $25 up to $500 and multiples thereof. Auto compounding at 35%, so that grows your asset by 35%. There are daily payouts in Bitcoin, and so you can access your Bitcoin every single day and transfer it to your Zappo card. The Bitcoin is up to 5% per month, and comparing that to banks that are 6.2% return per year, and some of them 4%, depending on, of course, if they like you or not. And of course, on a property, a property you're looking at between 9 and, if you're lucky, 14% per year. So whether it be a bank solution or product or a property, we far outperform any of those strategies. And of course, I'm sure you'll agree, you can't just go and buy property. You'll have to borrow the money. And most people have trouble paying off the house or the apartment they live in, let alone having the money to purchase a second property as an investment. All right, so, and of course, if you have to borrow the money for that property to purchase it, you'll be paying interest to the bank. So the bank wins again. Okay, so Bitcoin is an appreciating currency. So for this strategy, again, there's no monthly overhead. And of course, you can reinvest if you like and boost your contracts. But if you just wanted to pay once and earn money off your current contract, that money would certainly grow. And of course, your asset would grow as well. The contracts are valid for 3 years, but because of the repurchase or compound strategy, you mine indefinitely as long as it is profitable to do so. Now, again, I just want to, strategy 2, guys, let me just be clear. This is strategy 1. It's a once-off payment. You are not running this as a business. It's passive income. Strategy 2 is where you join the business as a business owner, or what we call a value club member. There are multiple streams of income. That's the products that I showed you guys, which the flagship product being the mining. But of course, you have access to the other products as well, which are the games, which are available on the Google Play Store. So you're welcome to check it out there as well. And of course, the other products that I mentioned You get access to the bigger contracts that start from $500 up to $10,000. When someone joins your business as a business owner themselves, there's a once-off commission of $150. You also benefit from the $50 cycle bonuses, which is a point-based commission system, and also from the retail miners that mine within your business, and with the potential of earning up to $50,000 per week. Okay, and then yeah. All right, guys. So so what are the choices you have today? You can buy a contract right now, and you can start mining right now, or you can buy a contract and grow our community, our mining community, and secure the future for your family. Okay. So, is there any more questions? I'm just going to touch. It's a very short because it's already 8:30. I'm just going to say like 10 minutes on the Bitcoin and the gold strategy and how you can use the money that you automatically create from the Bitcoin to buy gold in 1 gram quantities. All right. So Felicity says, I'm not good at convincing people to be part of a business. Will these marketing tools help me? Absolutely, Felicity. But like I said, you can just start off as a miner. But the tools are there to help you. That's what the tools are there for. The tools are there to create duplication. The tools are there to do all the work or most of the work for you. They explain the business, and yeah, that's why we have systems, right? Because systems build big businesses. Okay, so quickly to touch on the gold and the Bitcoin. So we use the Bitcoin to buy the gold. So the way it works is you purchase a contract. So you purchase it once off, and you start earning Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin is produced automatically, as I said. You can then move on to another Bitcoin contract and a third Bitcoin contract if you like, and then take the profits from the Bitcoin and put it into gold, right? And from there, you get your gold. You get your gold MasterCard, which you're also able to use anywhere in the world. So now you're growing Bitcoin and you're growing gold automatically, and you've only paid once. So I'm not going to go into detail about that. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to ask you guys if you have any more questions. If you want to get started right now, I'm available. I can chat to you right now about that. Let me just put my numbers here. Again, guys, if you have been referred to by someone else, please go back to that person that sent you to this webinar. Do not come to me. But if you came here via the Facebook ad or via the meetup group or any other avenue, then please get hold of me. Okay, that's my Skype address as well, so that I can take you through the dashboards. So Willem says, if you only have, say, $250 available, then can you do strategy 1 and build up your capital, and you can then later switch to strategy 2? Absolutely, Willem. You can certainly do that. That's how a lot of the guys do it. So what happens is when you start, I put you into all our groups, right? So I have a WhatsApp group that all my miners are in from all over the world, and they ask questions, and it's a great place to meet other miners because you learn from each other, and of course I'm there to support you guys as well. I also plug you into our closed Facebook group where you can meet the leaders and the owners, and you can just see how big this community is worldwide, right? So there's full support. It's not like you get a contract and then you're left out in the cold by yourself, right? So certainly, to answer your question, you can earn the Bitcoin from the contract. That's what it's all about. It's about growing your income, and then you can use that money to upgrade to strategy 2. And when that happens, then your contract is migrated into your new profile, which is pretty awesome, and it's a very powerful way to leverage as well. Okay. So I hope that answers your question there, Willem. There's all my contact details. As I said, I do this full time, so you can call me anytime during the day, early evening as well. I'm available to help anybody that has any other questions and wants to get started right away. So is there any more questions, guys? Please feel free. I'm going to just wait around here for 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes. Well, if the questions keep coming, I'll just keep answering them. So David says, what are the payment options for purchasing? So David, if you want to buy a retail mining contract, let me just go there quickly. 1 second. Just give me a second. I just want to share the screen with you. And you say, let's say you choose, let me go with Willem's example. You wanted to know about a 250, but it works for any of these. So you come here and you click on buy now. Okay. And you can see here, it's a very simple form. You put in your name and last name. Sorry guys, can you see my screen? Just say yes or no. If you can't see it, just let me know. Okay, so name, last name, email, password, because you need to log into your dashboard, so you need to have a username and a password. Your address and your city, phone number, and you can pay with Bitcoin or you can pay with the voucher. So the way the voucher system works is that if you don't want to pay with Bitcoin, or if you don't have any Bitcoin, or you don't know how to get Bitcoin, then we can Skype and I can show you how to do that. And or if I have I don't have any product vouchers at the moment because there's so many people that have joined my business, so I've run out of vouchers. So the way the voucher system works is that you pay the money into an account and then we generate a voucher. So let's say you wanted a $25 voucher, right? So that would be 350 Rand that you need to pay, and then we create a voucher for you. However, as I said, if you wanted to do it on your own and you wanted to do it by Bitcoin and you wanted to get the transaction registered on the blockchain and all of that kind of stuff, then you're welcome to do that as well. All right. Okay. Okay, so you guys can see the screen. That's great. As well. And management website. And if you guys just let me know if you can't see the screen. But let me just show you so that you can see how real this is. Okay. Now I've logged in. And you can see that I'm quite a high level over here, so I've ranked. So it's kind of like being promoted in your company. So you can see I've got access to the bigger contracts. So let me just see if I go there. So you can see I've got a full accounting, all the things that a business needs, right? So you can see there's our new EcoPod facilities, and you can buy contracts right up to $10,000. And of course in the for the multi-mining that allows you to mine Ethereum and Zcash and Expanse, you also have bigger contracts, and these are all wholesale contracts. And of course, as I said, you're earning Bitcoin, you're earning altcoins, and you're also earning dollars. And of course, then I can start plugging you guys into the other strategies which involve gold as well. Okay, so hope that makes sense. So Russell asks, what about the payment options for the business? There are also payment options for the business. So if I go over here, I'll show you. So if you wanted to join the business and you're in South Africa, remember I said to you that in South Africa, sorry, let me just hold on. Let me just share my screen. Can you guys see Can you guys see the screen? So you have an option to pay the $600 once off. Okay, so again, or you can pay in 3 monthly payments, starting the first payment being $250, the second $200, and the third $175. So as soon as you pay the $250, you can start building your business. And there are people that have ROI'd within the first week. and you can certainly do that. And what that means is that within the first week you could have paid that $600 if you wanted to pay that once off, or if you wanted to start off on the monthly payments. You don't have to wait to pay this off completely. You can start earning money immediately. Again, to join, you put in your details over here, really basic details, and you have got the choice to pay with a credit card or debit card, a product voucher, or you could pay with Bitcoin. Now, if you wanted product vouchers for the business, to join the business, then I can assist you guys with that as well. Okay, so let me just go back there. Is the 248% ROI per year on 100% compounding rate? No, Kevin, the 248% was in 10 months, so it wasn't in the year. So let me just go back to that slide quickly. So one second. Okay. So the 248% in 10 months was not on 100%, 100% repurchasing. Because if it was, then all that would have happened was that only these assets would have appreciated. This would have been zero. So you can see here, this was probably 70% or something. So just somewhere around there. So this particular person chose to compound at 70%. That's why you can see his repurchases are a lot higher than, his repurchases are a lot higher than what he's taking out, right? But that's completely up to you. That is his personal strategy. As I said, in the back office, you are free to change it up whenever you want. So you can go, I only want to compound 35% because I want to have more to withdraw. It all depends. Like, we are dynamic human beings. Life is dynamic, So sometimes you need money and sometimes you don't need money. And so when you need the money, you can come here and change this up. And when you don't need the money so much, you can reinvest and increase your mining power so that you can make more money. So I hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense there, Kevin Lee. Otherwise, let me know, and I can try and clarify that some more. Any more questions there, guys? Okay, Willem, on the business strategy, do you only benefit from your own referrals? No, you don't. And actually, that's an excellent question there, Willem. Thanks for asking that. That's the power of this business, right? Is that you don't only earn from your own referrals. Now, let me explain this to you. When you somebody joins based on your own referral, you get the 150 once off. But remember, I've got quite a big team now. So let's say you join my team. Everybody in my team that brings people into the business, you benefit from it, Willem, and you benefit from it in the form of CV points, what we call what I was referring to earlier on as the let me just go back there, as the commissionable volume points. Okay, so let me just go back there 1 second. So you can see this particular person, or this is Andrew. He's earning points from other people that he hasn't brought into the business, right? So he's not only earning the CV points from his miners, from people in the business. He's earning points left, right, and center. Let me just show you my. Again, I want to show you guys how real this is, So let me just move away from the slides a bit. And my actual 305.9. Boom. Alrighty. Okay, so if you look at my back office, for example, can you guys see my screen? Just let me know, so I don't talk, and then you can't see my screen. So you can see this person was added to my business, but I earned 450 points from that person. I don't know who that person is. These two people are my direct referrals. They from Norway and Amsterdam. These are miners that are mining underneath me that I'm earning commissionable volume points from that I've never ever met. Okay, some of them are, but most of them are not. So to answer your question, you can see there's more people coming. I mean, you can see I've got thousands and I've got thousands of pages, right, of these commissionable volume points, and every point equals $1. All right, so I hope you're starting to see how powerful this this business model is actually. All right, so hope that answers that. And you can check it, but it depends which exchange you sell your Bitcoin on, right? So you can, and then here is the I've just posted the exchange. This is a nice cool app that you can download onto your phone. It's brilliant because I mean, especially when you're earning dollars in Bitcoin, it's very handy. So get it onto your phone there, guys. Just if you're using, it's on the Apple and Google Play Store. And then this site over here, Zappo.com, you can just go on there and open up an account for yourself. And as I said, the convenience here is the card. Okay. Otherwise, if you are in South Africa, you can use Luno.com, and then the money will be put straight into your bank account. There's also Altcoin Trader if you like. The nice thing about the exchanges in South Africa is that they are on a premium. So if you're earning Bitcoin, you're gonna get a lot more money than some of the guys internationally, and that's what the cool thing is about earning Bitcoin in South Africa. And then for the guys in the UK, there's Coinbase.com and the US as well. All right, and then there's another cool site where you guys can get some really good information. It's 99bitcoins.com. So have a look at that site. Again, guys, if you're referred here by someone, please get back to that person. But if you came here through Facebook or Meetup, then you're welcome to get back to me. So Kevin Lee asked, how many CV points does it take to cycle once? Right. So again, very good question there, Kevin Lee. 900 points total. So so the way it works is you need 600 on the one side, 300 on the left side. So let me just do this again. So 300 on the right. Combination. So you can see here left and right, so 300, 300, 600, and then you cycle, okay? And then, so that's just on my business, but of course, on my retail side, I've also got miners, and I also earn points from that. So again, that's what I'm saying. You need to really understand how powerful this business is. It's money from every direction. Because everybody's making money, and of course you are making money because they are making money. Okay, you can see some of my dollars over there, but you can see here, guys, there's all these miners they're all from different parts of the world. Most of them are from South Africa, but there's guys from the UK, Amsterdam, Belgium, Philippines, all these miners. Some of them have got $500, some of them have got $25, $50. Some of them have started off here and they've upgraded, so a lot of them have moved over here. So because they now see that this is real and it does work. And so the natural thing is to, and that's if you do like money. If you don't like money, then obviously you're not going to do anything. But if they see it works, they obviously invest more. So you can see some of these guys, they upgrade to $800, for example, and then again, as I said, some of them upgrade into the business. So you can see some of these guys have got huge contracts. This means that this person in my business is mining Bitcoin and Ethereum, and there again, it just keeps going down and down. And some of them, you can see Bitcoin contracts, Bitcoin contracts, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So I hope that answers the question. Is there any more questions? I would advise you, if you're just getting started, just let the system take care of that automatically so that your legs are balanced out and that you're able to cycle faster. But once you begin to understand the binary system, and as your, obviously as one of your legs start to take off, then you can change that manually and start to, place members strategically so that your legs are balanced out and so that you cycle. But I do training with all my team members, so you're not left in the dark. As I said, I add you to all my WhatsApp groups. I have a WhatsApp group for the business guys that are in the business. I have a WhatsApp group for the retailer miners, and I put them in the Facebook groups as well. And of course, I do training every Wednesday because webinar training on a Wednesday as well, because my team is now worldwide, and I need to train them. I need to, obviously, I can't use a physical location. So Russell says, do we get overspill from above us? Absolutely. You get overspill and you get underspill. So the overspill obviously is from members being added from above you, and the overspill is from people that are below you. Alrighty. Okay, is there any more questions there, guys? Great questions, actually coming from you guys. I'm enjoying the interaction and the very cool questions coming through. So very, very cool. So thanks, guys. Guys, please feel free to ask questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question, as I said. The more questions you ask, the better, and also for the benefit of the other people that are listening. Any more questions there, guys? Any more questions? All right. So, guys, you've got my number. You've got my Skype address. Let me just put it in here again. If you want to get started now and you still have the energy to get done, we can. Otherwise, we can do it in the morning as well. If you guys want a copy of the presentation, let me know. If you will automatically get sent a copy of the replay of the webinar, so you can watch it again. Russell, you can join the training webinar once you've joined the business. There's no problem if you join. I mean, I don't have an issue with that. You're welcome to join. All right, cool. Yeah, no problem. So, anybody else? Any other questions? Please send a hard copy of the presentation. I can email the presentation, Byron. I'm not sure what you mean by a hard copy, but I can definitely email it to you. So that's fine. Anybody else got questions there? Let me see how many people are left here. I've still got quite a few people here. Okay, great stuff. I see some of you guys have already WhatsApp me, so I will reply your WhatsApp as soon as I'm as soon as I'm done. Russell says, thanks for your time and info. You're very welcome, Russell. Thank you for attending. Thank you for staying, actually. Staying, and thanks for being here, man. I hope you decide to join us, even if it's just as a retail miner. Get started. It's a fantastic business. It's a fantastic opportunity. So I really do hope that you get started. Byron says, thanks, bro. Thanks, Byron. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. Anybody else? I'm gonna stick around for 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna bid you guys a very good evening. 2 more minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna close off. So if you have any more questions, you have about 2 minutes left. Any more questions, guys? I got 1 minute left. I'll stick around for 1 more minute. Let me just post my WhatsApp number there again. You can Skype me as well. Remember, if you came to this webinar and somebody else referred you directly to my link, please get back to that person. Otherwise, if you came via the FB ad, Facebook ads, or the meetup groups, or any other way, then please get hold of me. Kevin Lee says, I already joined this wonderful company in March. I'm about to take my business to a whole new level. Thank you for all the help, Craig. Oh, wow. Okay, nice. Kevin Lee. Welcome, man. Awesome, man. Great decision. It's very good to have someone on the webinar that's already joined the company. So there you go. Good luck, Kevin. And yeah, man, let's take it to a whole new level. This is a fantastic company, and I'm sure you're going to do extremely well in it. And then Steve says, thanks, Craig. You're very welcome, Steve. David says, thanks for the info. David, you're welcome. Willem says, thanks. Willem, you're very welcome. All right. So, guys, have a wonderful evening. Please contact me. You will get an automatic email with the replay of this webinar so you can watch it again. And yeah, just get hold of me as soon as you're ready. And if you want to do it now, you've got my details. And again, thank you for attending the webinar, and have a good evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.